Welcome back to the Horror Corner, where we uncover the eerie truths that lurk behind the pixels of our favorite video games. I'm your host, Moth Man, and today we're taking a look at the stories behind 3 video games. Number 1. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Our story begins in the quiet, seemingly peaceful town of Plainsfield, Wisconsin in 1906. This is where Ed Gein, an unassuming figure, was born into a seemingly ordinary family. Little did anyone know that beneath this facade lay a mind twisted by grotesque fascination with death and decay. Gein's unsettling journey takes us to his farmhouse. Tucked away in rural Wisconsin, here his obsession with his deceased mother, Augusta, takes a sinister turn. He preserved her body, creating a morbid shrine to the only love he had ever known. However, Gein's fixation extended far beyond his mother. Picture him under the cover of darkness, discrediting graves and absconding with the remains of women who bore resemblance to Augusta. These acts would serve as the foundation for his grotesque trophies, including garments and masks crafted from human flesh. Law enforcement can no longer ignore the whispers surrounding Gein's sinister activities. Imagine the shock and revulsion that swept over investigators as they uncovered his gruesome collection, a horrifying treasury of human remains, evidence of his unspeakable deeds. Yet, it was Ed Gein's grisly craftsmanship that would leave an indelible mark on horror culture. Imagine the horror of discovering furniture and ornaments fashioned from human skin and bones, a grim testament to his obsession with death and the grotesque. Now, let's bridge the gap between Gein's horrors and the video game adaptation of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Immerse yourself in a digital nightmare where players confront Leatherface and his deranged family, all inspired by the twisted world Ed Gein created. The game brings the terror of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre to life in a whole new way, using Ed Gein's dark legacy as a foundation for its spine-tingling narrative and relentless horror. Number 2. Resident Evil Village's Lady Dimitrescu. Our story begins in the eerie gothic world of Resident Evil Village, where players were introduced to Lady Dimitrescu, a towering, captivating, and terrifying figure. Her presence sent shivers down players' spines and sparked a whirlwind of fascination. To understand the inspiration behind Lady Dimitrescu, we need to step back in time to the late 16th and early 17th century in Hungary, where Elizabeth Bathory, a noblewoman, earned her notorious moniker, the Blood Countess. Elizabeth Bathory's tale is one of dark obsession. It's said she believed bathing in the blood of virgins would maintain her youth and beauty. Her cruel actions led to accusations of horrific crimes, from torture to murder. The common thread between Lady Dimitrescu and Elizabeth Bathory is the shared fascination with youth and beauty. Both characters are larger-than-life figures, known for their striking appearance and their association with blood. Developers at Capcom drew upon the legends of Elizabeth Bathory to craft Lady Dimitrescu. Her towering height, regal demeanor, and her thirst for youth are all nods to the infamous Blood Countess. Lady Dimitrescu's character embodies a modern interpretation of the historical horror that surrounded Elizabeth Bathory. The game's portrayal of her as a formidable and intimidating antagonist captivated players worldwide. Number 3. Kholat and the Dyatlov Pass Incident. Our story begins in the world of video games with Kholat, a chilling and atmospheric game that thrusts players into the snowy wilderness of the rural mountains. The game's eerie ambience and unsettling mysteries quickly captured the imaginations of horror enthusiasts. To understand the inspiration behind Kholat, we must venture into the tragic events of the Dyatlov Pass incident, which unfolded in February 1959 in the same rural mountains. The Dyatlov Pass incident involved a group of 9 experienced hikers who met a gruesome and unexplained end during a winter expedition. The circumstances surrounding their deaths are shrouded with mystery, with theories ranging from avalanches to cryptic military experiments. Kholat draws heavily from the Dyatlov Pass incident, both in terms of its setting and storyline. Players traverse the same foreboding landscape and uncover clues that hint at a sinister and unexplained force. What makes Kholat particularly terrifying is its immersive storytelling. The game's atmosphere, combined with the real-world mysteries of the Dyatlov Pass incident, creates a sense of dread that lingers long after the gameplay is ended. The Dyatlov Pass incident continues to captivate the world's imagination due to its unsolved nature. This crazy story has not only inspired Kholat, but also numerous books, documentaries, and films. That just about does it for our 3-story episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to join us next time as we continue our journey into the heart of darkness, uncovering eerie tales that have shaped the world of horror. Until next time, stay curious and embrace the darkness here in the Horror Corner.